Hi guys, I'm Kenzie. I'll be your paint instructor for the night or day or whenever you are getting to paint. Let's go over what we have before us. We've got all of our paint and a place to mix it. That can be a paper plate. We've got the Captain, our paintbrush. You know, sometimes we have different sizes, but tonight we will only need the Captain. They get everything done. You can pick Captain Marvel or Captain America, whichever one you want. You'll need a rag or paper towel. We found an extra roll of paper towels. Blessing for us. And then we've got a cup of water to rinse our paintbrush in and the canvas that was sent to you. I usually bring out some kind of drink for while I paint and a non-greasy snack. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I also use a mechanical pencil. I know some people are all about art pencils, but I feel like on canvas, mechanical pencils are my best friend. Okay, we are going to start by drawing an outline. And this doesn't have to be perfect. We'll come back and we will make it the prettiest with our paint. This is just to get somewhat of an outline. So we're gonna start by measuring our board and kind of getting a feel for how big it is. Where's the middle of the board? So split the board in half with your pencil and then split that half in half, so a quarter. Half of a half. Check out where your quarter, check out where the other quarter is. Check out where about a third is. How would you separate this board into about 3 parts? So we're gonna go over to the third length. And then we're gonna move out to the 4th length. And we're gonna start our line about an inch in, making a diagonal, about a 60-degree angle from the bottom of the canvas up. And then we're gonna go about another inch, 3/4 of an inch. And then as if we are driving a car, we're gonna make that car take a round left turn. And that turn is gonna be about an inch in length. And then the car is gonna go straight down the street for about 2 inches. So that's when I say straight, you're still going diagonal up to your left. We're gonna go about 3 inches up. And then it's time for the car to take another turn. And this one's gonna be not as round. It's gonna be a little more sharp. It's just a slight right turn. And then we're gonna go diagonal for about 3 inches up that street. And then there's a little hill. So we're gonna take just about an inch higher, make a tiny little hill. And then it's going to, there's a bump in, not a bump, what are the safety things? That dip in about 1/4 of an inch. And then for 1 inch, we've got another hill. Now to make sure that it all meets in the middle, we're gonna go to our other side and then we're gonna make it pretty. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna find our 4th of our canvas corner, and we're gonna start there, except we're gonna still go to the middle. So this time it's gonna be diagonal into the middle. We're going left diagonal. And then this time we're gonna take not a rounded turn, but a sharp right turn. Go about 3 inches diagonal, straight up the street with your car. And then it's gonna take a left turn. We're gonna go straight up the street. And then there's a hill. And make sure your hills are somewhat, how it goes with ears and dogs is they are not symmetrical. Faces are actually not perfectly symmetrical. So they don't have to be twins, but they need to be sisters is how I like to think of it, that they do need to look like they are related in somewhat of the same family. Just a little 1/4 of an inch dip in the road, and then we're going up the hill. And this should be a nice rounded top of his head. And it's even gonna come to more of a round at the very top. Give him a nice rounded noggin. Then you can erase extra lines. Okay, then we're gonna go through, we're gonna finish off these ears. The ears that we're gonna have them meet right at the bottom of the canvas. So it's gonna be about 2 inches down. We're just gonna finish the car, except once we're getting close, about 1 inch away, we're gonna round it off. We've got these really nice round ears. And we're gonna go to the other side. And this one we're going to go just straight down. That's how this one is angled. And it's got kind of a sharper curve. He is looking at somewhat of an angle. It gives the painting kind of some depth and some more fun. So we're gonna go up about 2 inches, and then we're gonna kind of round around his pretty nose. And then for about a 1/2 inch, we're gonna curve, turn the other way. And then 2 inches, we're just gonna go straight up the street. And we're gonna stop there for now. The rest will really shade out the ears when we get there. Then we're gonna go back to our other ear. We're gonna go about 1 inch up, then his mouth / nose. We're gonna make sure that it's all even. Kind of juts into his ear for about, we'll go 1/2 inch diagonally to our right, and then straight up for about a 1/2 inch. And then we're going to do a little divot for about 3/4 of an inch, and then 2 inches straight up for now. Then we are going to go at about a 1/2 mark of our canvas, and about 1/4 of an inch in from where the edge would be of his ear and face, we're going to make a little tick mark. And then we're going to go about 1 inch from that tick mark. It's more of 1 1/4 inches, and make another one. And we're going to do the same thing coming from this side. 1/4 inch in, 1 1/4 inch in, and then we're going to connect those. So the bottom part of the eye, it's going to be more like a half moon or half of an oval. It's not that round, but it's going to connect the two lines we just made. And then the top is going to be a half circle. And it kind of makes like an igloo type shape. It's really nice and rounded. Top part of the eye. And then we're going to go into the middle of those eyes and go down about 3 inches almost. We're going to draw a top of an oval, line down, make a nose for him. A nice little flat mouth. I'm going to draw where his nostrils will be. So that is our basic marker of where to start with. So we're going to go and outline this. We're going to take the captain. We're going to outline this with black. And you're going to hold your paintbrush as if it is a pencil while you're doing this. And do small strokes, almost as if you were just drawing with a pencil. And as you're creating this, you want a hard line, not a soft and feathered line. And so you need enough paint on your brush that you can't see the canvas through the line that you're making. So you can see as my line starts to fade, it's no longer sharp. I'm going to get a little more color, but it's got to be the right balance, because if you get too much, then you won't be able to make a fine line. It will just glob on there. So you do need enough paint to make a solid line, but not too much paint. Just a nice coat. So my son, he's 3 years old, he's been really liking 101 Dalmatians, and we have a corgi puppy. His name is Toby. We got to name our painting. And when I was watching 101 Dalmatians with him, I was like, Pongo, that is such a fun name. So I'm going to name my Beagle tonight. I'm going to name him Pongo. So go ahead and name your dog and say Pongo, whatever your dog's name is. We are going to have some fun. This is going to turn out great. Okay, then when we get into the nose, we are going to make this whole lower part most of it black, and then we'll come back and shade. And then the upper part I'm going to outline in black, and then his mouth outline in black, and his eyes, Still holding the paintbrush like it is a pencil. You can hear Toby playing in the background. Silly puppy. And then while we are here at the eyes, we're gonna go ahead and draw in the circle of the eyes. So make the circle touch the bottom. And you can choose to try and leave white. If you don't leave any, we can come back and do white dots later. No problem. Okay, and then while we've got black on our brush, we're gonna come down below the ear and we're gonna fill in his shoulder for about an inch below. A good black shadow patch. And then below this ear. I'm not going to go all the way to the top, but I'm going to come in the other side of the ear and go below where his little pup nose flap would be. And then he's got quite a bit of black on this ear. I'm gonna give him a good patch. I'm gonna leave about 1/4 of an inch between the outside line and the patch that I'm making at the bottom and at the top of the ear. And then I'm gonna leave a section about as wide as the bottom of the ear going all the way up. And then I'm gonna come to the other side and give him a nice shadow over here too. And over here, I'll leave about 1/2 inch. And again, that width of that part of the ear. This is going to have more of a shadow shape, and I'm gonna give it a feathered edge. So that means, because it's not a patch, it's a shadow. So I'm gonna have pressure, put the brush flat, and then flick the end to make kind of a shadow or furried edge. Okay, now we're gonna make some really pretty brown beagle fur. So I gave you a darker brown and a lighter brown. So we're gonna go to the lighter brown and we're gonna mix it with a little bit of orange, just a little drop. So we never mix from the middle or use the entire thing. You just pull from the edge your paint colors. I'm gonna pull in a little tan too, to make a really pretty beagle brown. It's almost like an auburn. And the brown, since it is the darkest, it's gonna be bossy. So you gotta be careful and not add too much. It's gonna try to take over, tell the other colors what to do, take over the world.